Wendy. Wendy.
What? What,
Wendy.
Steve? What?
It's not. What are we supposed to do today? You remember? What are we filming today?
I mean, we're at
No. What are we filming today?
A cat.
A cat, right?
But
You're a
look
big
how
cat
cute.
fan of animals that rhyme with cats. You like bats, so cat should be right down your alley.
But turtle.
But
Turtle doesn't rhyme with cat.
No, there's nothing that rhymes with turtle.
But look how cute he is.
Nothing
everyone.
rhymes with turtle again. That's an alligator snapping turtle. We're supposed to do cougar.
Okay.
We're a cougar. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. We're doing cougars today. Jeez, you and your filming of pretty stuff. How you guys doing today? It's so good to see you. Here it is, Monday morning. Zoo Adventure crew. Steve in front. You got Wendy behind.
Good morning, everybody.
And we're open. There's people here looking at our animals. It's so much fun to see people here.
Hi, people.
For so long, it was just me and Wendy, so it's awesome to see other people here today. And we've done a revisit today. We're going to go back to Cougar, and they're getting ready to pull him off habitat. The keepers are working with us today. They're going to pull the cougars off habitat, and they said they have a very special enrichment item. You guys remember enrichment, right? Enrichment? Remember? Anybody?
We're getting some thumbs up.
Awesome! Yeah, so they're going to put some enrichment out. I have no idea what it is, but Keeper Melissa said that we're going to love it. And she hopes that the cats love it too. A couple things before we're waiting. The donation button is up. We are about $53 from 4,000. You guys are amazing! Thank you so much for all the donations you've given. Oh, one of the keepers is out. Going to set up some enrichment. Who knows what they're going to do. It's so awesome that the relationship that we've been able to build with the keepers over time. Now let's keeper Audrey, keeper Stephanie, and then Melissa's coming out later. Are they going to put up one of the... Oh, are you kidding me?
They got the step ladder out.
Gotta love the step ladder. So they're going to hang some enrichment, which is really cool.
That means there might be jumping involved.
Might be jumping involved.
Not by Steve or I. You
Oh,
want to see that.
My goodness.
There is a huge
Huge box coming out here. Oh, that is so cool. Gotta love a huge box.
I see some treats down here, Steve.
What's it look like?
It looks like meat.
Well, that's a treat for some animals.
And it looks like some scents.
Yeah.
Probably some of that. We'll have to ask.
So they're doing
Melissa.
some food stuff, doing some scent, doing some smell,
what
some
is in
sensory.
there? Oh, that box is
That
huge.
box is huge.
That box, look at that box.
That box is huge.
That box might have meat.
Another thing that we want to make sure you guys are well aware of. Next.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, how cute is that?
How cool is that?
Oh my God.
It's Zoo Adventure box for Zoo Adventure Day. I love it.
How cute.
How cool. Steve and Wendy, we have our own stars. We have a star on a box now. Now Hollywood's next.
Forget Hollywood.
So she might bait it. She might put some stuff inside of it. Let's see. Let's say that might be what some of the meat was for. So encouraging the animals to move around and do what they do. Oh, they are. They're going to hang that, aren't they? This is so cool. For those of you that are here, so for our guests that are here right now, if they hang this, you guys need to hang around and see if this cat. Let's see if, oh, she is. The cats are going to actually jump up to that ball. And it happens. It is so much fun to watch. So our keepers are setting this habitat up for everybody to interact with.
That's going up high, Steve.
It is. Oh. She's got mad skills. Look at that. Oh, this is so much fun. Thank you for asking. This is so exciting. So the animal, obviously, the keepers are out here. The animals have been pulled off habitat just for a heartbeat, and the keepers are spreading out enrichment. So the cats have to use their senses, just like they would in the wild, to forage for food. The cats are going to get into that box over there that Audrey just put out. This big box. I can't wait to see what happens to this big box.
I'm just glad it's a box and not us, Steve.
Well, the one thing we've learned is that we shouldn't go in with the animals when the keepers aren't there. That's not a very good idea. So it's awesome that the animal's been pulled off. The keepers can go out and be safe. Do you think that's an onion in the middle of that?
That's a looks like a sweet potato.
A sweet potato?
Or a yam, whatever they call it.
That's good because you know the animals wouldn't like onions either. All right, let's see what happens here. So they're going to release?
It's like an Easter egg hunt, but meat.
It is like an Easter egg hunt with meat. Yep, absolutely it is. That's a great analogy. One of our zoo friends at the zoo said it looks like an Easter egg hunt, but with meat. I think it's a great way to think about it. Wendy's on the door over there.
If it was turkey, I would definitely be in there looking for it.
What do you guys think, our digital guests out there? And you guys, what do you think is going to happen? Where's the cougar? Where are the cougars going to go first? Heath and Olive are going to come out. They're brother and sister. They're about 6 years old. Let's see what Heath and Olive do. They were out for a little bit earlier. Now they've been pulled out. Now they're going to come back out with a whole new setup. So how exciting is this going to be? Heath's the larger of the two cats that come out. Heath is bigger. He's the brother. He's pushing 140, 150 maybe. Olive a little bit lighter than that, and a little bit smaller. When they're side by side, you can tell the difference for sure.
They're not out yet.
Olive's a little bit smaller. Let's see what happens. Here comes Keeper Melissa up the hill. This looks fantastic, Melissa. I think we're all ready. You got a thumbs up from Wendy over there. Here we come! Whoa, right into the box! Right into the box! I didn't see who it was, though. This looks like Olive on the right, maybe, and Heath went into the box? Maybe? Yes, I'm right? Melissa said I'm right. Yay!
I think she sees the ball.
Oh, how cool is this, guys? Our guests here at the zoo are like, yes, this is so. Oh, he's going to go in the wrong side of the box.
Okay.
Go to the wrong side. Melissa, he went in the wrong side of the box.
Yeah, they don't listen to instructions.
I guess there were no arrows, right? Didn't have any arrows there?
No arrows.
This is so cool. Oh, and there's a piece of meat on top, huh? We got to find it. Uh-oh. Got a jump going to happen? Got a jump? Uh-oh. Wow! That was so cool.
That was Olive, of course.
That was Olive, Melissa says. It is so awesome. And Melissa, it's great that you guys were able to set this habitat up for the animals to do the kind of things they would do in the wild. They will jump.
Right.
They will search. They will forage. They're going to look.
Yeah, just encouraging those natural behaviors. That's
Yep.
what we're trying to do.
Yep. And the definition of that is a definition of what word?
Behavioral management or
There you go.
enrichment.
Or enrichment.
Yeah, enriching
Love
the
it.
animals.
See, guys, it really happens, and the keepers are always actively doing that, trying to make sure they're providing for the animals, providing for their every need here at the zoo.
So every cat loves a box, right?
Yep. I'm glad you said that. Let's segue to where I was headed. This is stuff that our digital guests could do at home.
Sure.
Because we do know that all animals like a box.
Boxes are my cat's favorite, my kid's favorite, so it's universal. So yeah, a box will make anyone happy, I think.
A box will make that's well said, Melissa. Well said. A box will make anybody happy. That is so cool. And we obviously see that happening here. They went as soon as you let them out. Heath ran right inside that box. It was something new, something a little novel.
Something bigger than normal. So
Okay, okay.
we routinely try to give them boxes, but we don't usually get one quite that big. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
big enough for them to go in. That's pretty neat.
That was so neat.
They really like to shred their boxes as well.
Oh, they do.
So their favorite are pizza boxes. They absolutely love shredding them to little pieces.
That is so cool. And they just get all over it, huh?
They do, yeah.
And pizza boxes. Any special pizza?
I bring in a variety of boxes. They love them
They
all.
love them all. Very good. That is so neat. Melissa, I don't know what else you've done here, but you brought a little bit of rain with us.
Yeah. I can't control the weather, I'm afraid. But
Guys, that was fantastic. That was great.
Still standing, too.
We were saying that he doesn't understand the directions, but y'all forgot arrows. He didn't know which way to go in. I don't know.
He was trying for the sweet potato.
Oh, he was? That is a sweet potato in the water?
So yeah, I can talk a little bit about that. So we have a sweet potato that is very round, so it's more of the shape of a ball today.
Right.
So that might be something that they'll play with. We do give them different toys for enrichment as well, so they have their favorite balls and other things
Oh,
like
really?
that.
They have a favorite?
Oh yeah,
That is so cool.
But yeah, so we also use different produce for them to play with as well. It's not intended for them to
Really?
eat, of course, because they are strictly carnivores.
So they play with the produce.
They do. We'll find if we don't see
Fantastic.
it, we definitely see the evidence where they've shredded or bit into that item.
Right.
Their favorite is watermelon and cantaloupe. They
Well,
love
of course
to.
it is.
They actually consume a little bit of those sometimes. They love it so much.
How could you not consume a little bit of a good watermelon, right?
Right.
I was saying that it looked a little bit like an onion, or we weren't sure which.
Yeah, sweet potato.
And these, of course, the cats don't like onions, right? 'Cause
No. Onions-
no normal person likes an onion anyway.
Well, I do. But
Lots of people like onions, Steve.
No, still not an onion fan.
also potatoes. I hear they're popular.
Oh, really? Gotta love either. So, Wendy, what are you grabbing over there?
Well, this is one of our first ones with a large audience, so I don't want to impede the audience view.
Sure.
So I'm just waiting for the cats to come back.
They're doing great.
The
Were you
people
able to get the jump?
Yes, our virtual guests are loving seeing a live audience. They said it's fun to watch that engagement.
Oh, thanks, guys. That is so cool. Oh, you found the last piece on the top. That is so neat.
I think there's one more up there on the wall.
You think there's another piece in there? I see it. I think you might be right.
They didn't get. He got the one in there and up there, but not up there.
Good observation.
So, digital guests, remember, I didn't get a chance to finish earlier because they let them out so quick, which is awesome. Oh, coming out of the box. Are you kidding me?
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, Olive knocked the box down. Just so we'll say it again later on. Just so you know, on next Monday, next Monday, get this. Wendy and I are going to be in front of the camera taking your questions.
It's going to be Ask Us Anything, and it could be about the zoo, about animals, about us, about our jobs, about anything that happens at the zoo. Look how cute that is.
That is ridiculous.
We got distracted.
I know, I'm telling you. And I always get taken over by the cats and by the other animals too, but that's okay. So next Monday, get some questions ready for us. Things that you may want to say, you haven't had a chance to ask before. You want to ask about the zoo, about the animals that we have here, maybe even things about Wendy and I. We're going to be in front of the camera, both of us, so you guys can talk to us. We haven't had a chance to do that in so long, so we're really looking forward to doing that with you guys next Monday at 10 o'clock for our zoo adventure. Me and Wendy.
Ask us anything.
And maybe an animal guest that we can hold. Not one of these guys.
Yeah, not one of these guys.
So yeah, next Monday, check that out.
And this Wednesday, for you guys that have gotten to know us, is one of my special, very favorite animals will be highlighted this Wednesday.
A furry flapper.
A furry flapping flying mammal.
So what might that be, guys?
You guys
A furry flapper.
You guys have gotten to know us.
Nope. Melissa's encouraging us to look around to see what else is happening. Oh. So who's that, Melissa? Where'd you go?
That's Olive.
Olive doing the exploration. You said she was a little more exploratory.
She definitely is not afraid to jump. She's smaller in size, of course.
Yeah.
Her brother, he just is not big on jumping. He
So
likes the easier food items first.
So this is a revisit. We've been to Cougar before, a long time ago. I think it was March or early April. We were here last time.
Yeah.
And then you told us that they're about 140, 110-ish pounds.
Yeah, roughly.
Still around the same thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Give or take.
So we're doing some pretty good stuff.
This is a natural behavior they would do in the wild, correct?
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, we try to, have the habitat provide things for them that would be for climbing and stuff like that, and the opportunities for jumping, as well as, of
cool.
course, their shelters that they have where they could get out of the weather if they would like.
So the habitat itself, we got lucky. We actually, I don't know if you knew this, Melissa, we got to go inside the brown bear habitat
Oh, okay.
before it was open.
Wow.
So that's kind of, we saw that was kind of set up in a unique way.
Yeah.
And I look out here, we can definitely see some really obvious enrichment that the habitat itself provides.
Sure. So yeah, ideally you want the habitat to provide that type of enrichment for the animals, all the things that they need. So
Yeah.
if you can make the habitat better, that's the most ideal form of enrichment you can do.
Awesome.
And just all the other stuff is a bonus.
All the other stuff's a bonus. The added stuff. These things you guys work so hard on. Wendy, you have your hand up? You have a question or a comment?
Yes, so one of our digital guests is asking what the difference between a cougar and a mountain lion is.
What's the difference between a cougar and a mountain lion? You could have kept on going with that. You could have said panther.
Catamount.
Could have said catamount. Could have said painter. And guess what, guys? Puma. There's no difference.
Just depends on where you live and what you call them.
Depends on where you're from.
I'm from Colorado. We call them mountain lions.
Yep. So they're all the same cat. All those words, puma, mountain lion, cougar, all refer to the same cat. And that looks like, is that Olive up there you said?
Yeah, that's
Olive perched on top of that stump. That's a fake tree, guys. That's built by our design department here at the North Carolina Zoo.
You might want to
Wondering if he might be getting ready to say, you know what, I've had enough, and want to give it back to us for a second. So this is so neat. So that tree is actually built by our design team. How cool is that? Where are you guys tuning in from today?
Look, there's one in the back. See the guy in the back?
Hey guys, he's in the back. He's in the backpack.
Oh, backpack. Okay.
Oh yeah, nice shot. Here's a test, Wendy. How good are you with that camera?
It's definitely the zoom.
Nice shot. And that's Heath, guys. Heath and Olive are brother and sister.
6.5 years old.
6.5 years old. And you guys may remember they were a rescue
Will you close the lid to that box? Yeah, I got it. Oh, thank you.
because their mother had been shot and killed by a hunter. Legally. Shot and killed by a hunter. But he realized that she was lactating, that she had cubs, kittens, babies. So he did the ethical thing, the responsible thing, and went looking for them. And found them.
This is what he looks like.
Right? How cool is that? And when he found him, he actually found 3. He found Olive on the left, Heath in the back, and Willow. Willow, is that right, Melissa?
That's correct.
And Willow, a 3rd kitten. Now, Willow's not here anymore. Where'd Willow go?
She went to another smaller zoo in Wisconsin. So,
Oh, she went to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was definitely
One on top of the tree and then one
a special cat as well, but she has a good buddy where she's at now.
That's what you said
Yeah.
before. Actually, that's not what you said before, Melissa.
That's not what I said.
You said that it was a perfect combination.
I did. They're the perfect pair.
Are they a mating pair?
They are not. That's a very good question. So any cougars that come into zoos are going to be spayed and neutered because those are a species that we need to breed here at a zoo. So we kind of focus on the ones that are endangered or in need of that. So unfortunately for the cougars, there are many that are orphaned in the wild, and sometimes people try to keep them as pets, and then they find not a good idea.
Is that a good idea? Guys, digital friends.
No.
Do we need cougars as a pet? No.
And so they need a home too. So that doesn't work out. But yeah, I mean, cougars are so much like your house cat that you kind of think that you might want one as a pet. I mean, they are the largest cat that can purr, so that's pretty cool. All kinds of cool vocalizations. And they display a lot of the same behaviors, but that size alone, those claws.
And they're still wild, right?
Yeah,
They're still a wild cat.
wild instincts that makes them dangerous.
Yeah, so yeah, not a good idea.
But
When
yeah,
you say no again with the camera, please. Say no. Not a good idea to have these guys as pets.
But yeah, but it's really cool to see them respond to things like like
Today was
house cats
amazing.
would. So they'll roll on their back sometimes, and you see a lot of those same cat behaviors.
That's cool. Those of you guys that are tackling school today, parents and teachers, good luck.
From all of us.
We know it's going to be a challenge for so many of you.
Melissa has 2 kids. Did they go back today?
They didn't. They went back virtually. They're doing all virtual. So, but yeah, it's still something to get used to.
Yeah,
it was a challenge leaving this morning. I had everything set up as best I could.
Your kids will be fine. I know you got them set up. So our heart goes out to you guys. I'd make a little heart sign.
Yes.
Our heart goes out to you all, so I know this is going to be a challenge. So thank you guys so much for everything that you're doing already in your prep, in your planning. Trust us, we know a little bit about how much that is. And then add on the home part of it. We're thinking about you for sure, guys. We're thinking about you.
Our shout out was definitely to you parents today. And your teachers navigating that.
So much. We saw them jump a minute ago. That's one of the things they will do in the wild. If you didn't get to see it, log back in when we're all done and watch the first 5 or 7 minutes. Olive jumped has to be 12 feet to grab an enrichment item off of the front of the habitat here. The big box that's in there, you might see it set up if you're tuning in now. That had meat in it, and as soon as they were released back out here, Heath, the larger of the two, ran right inside the box, just like you might imagine. That enrichment providing is really cool opportunities for the animals to do things that might be doing in the wild.
So yeah, if you want to talk really quick about their jumping abilities,
let's
that's
do
pretty
that.
cool. Olive is a little bit smaller, so you know, but she can jump pretty far, right?
Right.
But cougars could jump as far as like 18 feet.
18?
Yeah, vertical jump, yeah.
Wendy.
There's another reason
Wendy, jump.
not to have a house cat as a mountain lion.
How high can you jump, Wendy? 18-ish?
2.5 inches.
Well, you know, hey, you're on your way. Keep practicing, Wendy. Keep practicing. So 18 feet up.
18 feet, and maybe up to 40 feet horizontally for a jump. Yeah.
A broad jump of 40?
Yeah.
Holy moly!
So that's pretty bad.
That's like world recordish.
And so if you notice, the cougar's tail is about probably 1/3 of the length of the body.
I saw that.
So
what do you use that for?
So that's used for balance, for the jumping and the climbing for balance. Yeah.
Okay. Imagine it's jumping, almost steers them around a little bit, kind of as they're in the air, kind of gives them that balance.
Yeah.
And then when she was walking on her balancy beam thing up here, I could maybe again kind of giving her that idea that I'm safe and comfortable up here. That is so cool. They have an amazing range too. I read something that the range can be over 100 square miles.
Right. So yeah, and that of course varies. Females usually have a smaller home range than males, but you know, yeah. So they have a pretty large habitat range, and of course, like we talked about earlier, a variety of habitats, hence all the names.
Yep. Kind of where they're from. And they mark those habitats in a really special way, guys. They'll use scratches. They'll pee on stuff. They'll defecate on stuff. Can you imagine, instead of having our own, who out there has a personalized fence? Who has a fence around their property? A lot of people do. But your fence is built, right? You have something built for your fence. You're not out there having to defecate and urinate to mark the barrier of your fence.
Everyone's thankful for that, Steve.
I imagine so. Digital guest, aren't you thankful you can build? That's why we have thumbs. I want to look at the skull. Can we look at the skull? Not hers.
Yeah.
Megan, can you bring us a skull? We have a helper today. Thank you very much, Megan.
No problem.
I think this is so neat. Is it still raining out there? Our two keeper friends still here, Melissa and Megan and Emily are still kind of helping us out a little bit today, and it's raining on them. Got to keep the talent.
Oh Lord. They can come under here.
Did you notice your stars on the box?
Yes. We said who
We did. We actually said
Boulevard.
Hollywood. Pshaw.
We did have a question. Are they solitary or do they live in groups?
That's a fantastic question. That's really a fantastic question. They're solitary animals. They live by themselves in their home ranges. So they're usually not going to be found with other animals. We would typically have a cougar in here. But brother and sister, this is what they know. This is how they've been brought. It's how they grew. So that's why you see the two here. Fantastic question. Thanks for thinking about that. At the North Carolina Zoo, we want to use those social structures as much as we can. Remember the brown bear. Solitary in the wild, solitary here by themselves. Polar bears. They live by themselves in the wild. We're going to show them by themselves here. Bison and elk, herd animals. We try to provide herds for them here. So we're cognizant of that. We're always doing that, keeping that in our mind. How do we want to present the animals to our guests when they're here? I wanted to come back to the skull. It's not very big. It's not very big. 110, 150 pound animal. They are meat eaters. And our science word for meat eaters is?
Awkward delay.
Dun, 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 dun. Science word for meat eater is?
Dun, 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 dun. Just go ahead and tell them.
Carnivore.
Yay!
All right, it's carnivore. The canine teeth are the killing teeth of the cougar. The canine teeth are the killing teeth of the cougar, or the bobcat, or the African lion. Those canines are the killing teeth. These teeth in front are snipping teeth, or cutting teeth. These little ones are cutting teeth. Guys, get out of the rain.
Get out of the rain, guys. Bring that stuff out of the rain.
Poor everybody's over there saying they're staying out of our
It's
picture.
actually really raining now.
They're staying out of our picture, which was so sweet of them
Yeah,
all.
you guys are fine.
But yeah, no, come on over, get out of the rain. And then, and poor Megan's still in the rain. The water bottle can stay in the rain because there's water on the inside, water can be on the outside of the water bottle. Those
And then
back
these back
teeth,
ones.
how cool is that? Those are the cutting teeth, carnassial molars. They're not grinding teeth. Open it really, really wide, too wide.
Those are real thin and real sharp
Yep.
on the real thing.
And if he was biting something, I need your arm. After he's made the kill, he can get real close and get whatever meat is on there off. So that's what these teeth are for.
So if
to
you
get all the meat
equated
possible.
those
Thank you.
teeth to silverware,
Okay.
which would be which?
Which would be which? These are cutting teeth. So let's kind of knife them.
Yeah.
Because this is what you're going to use to cut your hot dog. You're going to bite your Snickers bar, your broccoli.
Yeah.
That's what these teeth are for. These are your cut. This is your knife.
That's like the steak knife.
This is your steak knife. This is getting that much closer.
Are the canines like a fork, like they're grabbing?
Yeah, they can be holding
Sorta.
on to something. Yeah, we'll go with that. But remember, they also use for the
I put
killing
you on the
too.
spot on that one.
No, it's good. I appreciate it. Big, good sense of smell. Eyes in front. Eyes in front, so they can judge distance. Melissa told us they're really good jumpers, and those of you that saw it, still amazing. You saw him jump up and grab that. He had to be able to judge, or she had to be able to, it was Olive. She had to judge the distance, and in the air, she had to grab it. Those eyes in front, that binocular, two-eye vision, binocular vision, helps you perceive depth. So eyes in front help these guys as hunters perceive how far away something might be. So really, really cool.
And they
Neat skull.
have retreated to dry ground. It is now really raining.
As they should have, because they're smart.
They're cats too.
And they're out of the water, that's for sure. Such amazing, amazing. And what a great day for enrichment here at North Carolina Zoo to share that. Your box is getting wet, keepers. Your box is getting, I hope that's okay.
We did have a question.
We did?
And they asked if they play together.
Let's ask the keepers.
Yeah, they do play together. They'll often stalk each other and chase each other around.
They'll stalk each other?
Yeah.
I wouldn't really on the side of that stalking, I don't think.
Sometimes
Typical
they share
brother,
toys.
sister.
Yeah, typical brother sister. We have to provide 2 toys of everything.
Oh,
usually.
of course you do. I
So
saw you
they
spread
don't
food out
always
too.
share, but yeah. But they get along great there. That's
Nice.
the important thing.
Very cool. Do you guys have anybody you want to say hi to? Since you guys said it's a beautiful habitat up. Anybody you want to say hi to that's out there?
Oh, okay. Well, my kids probably aren't watching because they're doing school.
You better be at school.
They
You
can
better be
watch-
there.
They can watch later. So hi, Zachary and Brianna and Kevin. So glad that he's able to be at home to
Very
help
cool.
them with school. So that's wonderful. But, yeah.
You want to say hi to anybody?
Sure. I'll say hi to my nephews. They're home in South Carolina
Hi,
right
nephews.
now.
Hi, nephews.
Hi, TJ and Ari.
Oh, very cool. Over here. I got make me all the way over here. Anybody you want to say hi to?
Sure. I'll say hi to my husband, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
How's it going? I want to do a quick shout out to Christy down at Pine Knoll Shores. Thank you so much. One of these days, we'll be able to say hi to you at the beach. How cool would that be? And again, to the parents, to the teachers, all you guys, thank you so much for all that you do. It is the first day back for a lot of folks. Some of you may have been going already, but today's the first day for a lot of folks, so our hearts are with you guys.
Oh, we
Keep
have
up the amazing
our
work.
craft. Hopefully it's not soaking wet. It's not.
You guys can come out of the rain if you want. If you don't mind a little bit maybe being on camera, a smidge. We'll get you guys out of the rain.
I'll come over here. They got a little wet. We have craft for people who want to be artistic, and then craft for people who don't have time to be artistic.
We have Heath and Olive.
Yeah.
We have Heath and Olive here. I'll let you figure out who's who.
So our friends answering questions, we'll put the link up for us.
Oh, questions.
This one, you don't have to color it, and then this one you can color it however you would like, and then you have a mask. Oh. Cougars are the largest cat that can purr.
That wasn't half bad purr.
That wasn't. That was pretty good, actually.
All kinds of other vocalizations, and they will growl. They'll even chirp sometimes. Most times they're going to be quiet. Most of the time they're going to be quiet. How cool is that?
Oh, someone was asking what this on the glass is.
Oh, neat. This is kind of cool. So you have, what's this? What's that a silhouette of? And what do you think this might be doing for these guys? The silhouette of a bird, right? Duh. And what we're trying to do is make sure the birds don't fly into the glass. Don't want the birds to fly into the glass. So you have some sort of pattern up here to eliminate those chances. Now, we also want our guests to be able to see the cats.
To be able to see the cats.
So we do stop it here. But most of the birds are going to be flying above your head anyway, right? So we have the barrier, for lack of a better word. We have the pattern at the top of the habitat.
So it reduces bird strikes.
Reduces bird. That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea. Megan, can I give this to you?
Yes.
Thank you. I want to show you one thing on the glass here. We are open. We are asking you to wear masks while you're here, especially when you're gathering in locations like in front of a habitat. Now, as you're walking to and from, we understand. But once you get to an overlook, once you get to a habitat, you get to a space, that's when we're asking you, when you cannot socially distance, that's when we're asking you to make sure you have that mask on. We're just trying to keep everybody safe, guys. We want everybody to be able to come back to the park. We want to open completely to everybody. We want to open those inside buildings. We want to get the aviary open. We want to get the desert open. And to do that, we all need to be aware of our behaviors. So please, when you come to the zoo, put those masks on, especially in high density areas, in front of habitats, for example. Walking to and from, yes, you can take it off and relax for a minute if you can socially distance. So please, please, please do that. Remember to get those online tickets, make those reservations early. 2,000 people max at the park for now. We hope to expand those numbers too, but it takes time and numbers.
Let's remind them on Monday for our live.
We're so excited.
Get your questions ready. It's Ask Us Anything with Steve and Wendy.
Yep. How cool is that? We get to talk to you guys. Sometimes we get to talk when we're taping, like on Wednesday. Wendy and I will be on there typing with you, answering your questions live. But on Monday of next week, it'll be an opportunity to actually talk to you, sort of, live, answering the questions as you ask them in the moment. We're excited to be able to do that.
And we'll bring a couple special guests.
Yeah, maybe so.
I'll make sure Steve showers.
What? Huh?
I mean, it's in your contract.
Did you say something? I didn't hear that.
It's in your contract.
Okay, well, you know, if it's got to be, it's got to be. All right, digital guests, I hope you've enjoyed seeing Heath and Olive today on our revisit. Thanks again to the keepers for setting up some amazing enrichment once again for us. We can't wait to see you again. Remember, we'll be with you on Wednesday, but it's taped. Come visit a furry flying friend on Wednesday.
Yay!
And encourage Wendy to be good. Ask her bat questions. She loves bats. So definitely do that. And then next Monday again, as Wendy mentioned, ask me anything to Wendy and myself. We can't wait to see you then. You guys have a safe and wonderful week. We'll see you again for Zoo Adventures. Steve in front of the camera, Wendy behind.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Have a good one. Be safe.